Hey guys, it's your girl Marielle. Welcome back to my channel, Friday Night Light Movie Reviews, where we do reactions and reviews to TV shows, movies, and other digital content. So today we're going to be talking about and reviewing Hulu's original movie called Fresh, which is starring Sebastian Stan and Daisy Edgar Jones. There are some other notable characters that made their presence felt in this movie, and we will talk about those guys in the latter part of this review. So we're going to talk about the things we like, the things we didn't like, where it falls in our star category, and would I recommend you guys giving this film a watch. So before we get into that, you already know what I'm going to say and ask. So go ahead and hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. Please share this video with your friends and family. Help this channel grow. As always, don't forget to hit me up and interact with me on my other digital platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. Those links will be put down in the description bar below. So let's just jump right into it. Let's get this plot going. So Daisy Edgar Jones, whose character's name is Noah, has gotten tired of the rigmarole of dating online and happened to meet a guy named Steve, who is played by Sebastian Stan, in a grocery store over cotton candy grapes. Gets into like a dating, not relationship, but dating. And she finds herself fighting for survival when this relationship takes an unsettling twist. So the first thing I would love to say about this movie, it's a dark, twisted classic. It's a dark, twisted way of a classic rom-com where, you know, guy meets girl, girl meets guy, they fall in love, ooh, ah, ah. So, but it brings us this scary, twisted portrayal of dating in today's climate. And I really liked that right out the gate, that they gave you so much of what we thought it was going to be, right? So this movie can be compared to a movie that came out in 2016 named, it's a horror movie called Raw. If you watched it, then, and you kind of are going to get what I'm talking about. This movie takes an audience on a wild but scary ride. It's horrifying, but yet exciting for the length of this movie. And the movie was an hour and 54 minutes long. And if you know me, I'm all about the horror, dark humor, thriller, you know, sci-fi kind of thing. And this definitely gave me some of those feels. Daisy Edgar Jones star as, like I said, her character's name is Noah. I haven't seen her in anything recently, but I will have to say her on-screen presence is very strong, and she did amazing in this movie, developing this character. It was so well done that you can say, wow, like, I have a friend like that who's tired of dating and wants to do something crazy and all these other things. So I really liked how she kind of like made that character Noah very much real, that people can, you know, say, wow, we know someone like that. Sebastian Stan, as always, is completely dissolves himself as this character named Steve, who's a doctor, and he is our antagonist in this movie. I mean, Sebastian Stan is awesome. He does amazing work. Check out him playing Tommy Lee, also on Hulu. He did amazing. Like, he just embodies the character that he is playing, and it's always great to see him on screen. The cinematography was dope. The best way I can describe it is kind of like unsettling, borderline grotesque. That just made the film even more amazing to me, because that's what I like to see when we're doing kind of like a thriller horror movie. So they definitely kept that in this movie. Mimi Cave, as her directorial debut, did amazing. The presence and the relationship between herself and the cinematographer was great. I mean, she went along for this ride. I mean, she was not afraid to bring in the whole grossness, the gore of this movie, which I truly enjoyed, that she didn't kind of like move away to it and only gave us a little bit of the gore and everything, because that just would have the movie for me. So the scenes moved great. Like I said before, with the cinematography, he just murdered this movie. Like, it was so freaking good the way the scenes moved. I mean, whether the disturbing close-ups of us seeing Sebastian Stan's character Steve cut someone's leg off and cut it into meat, Like, when I tell you, it was so great. And the first shots are very close to see each character's face. It was good. I mean, it really worked. It just really meshed very, very well. This movie will make some of the audience, uncomfortable as possible, which to me makes the movie more fun, makes the movie exciting to watch, because again, I keep saying, when you watch a horror movie or when you're watching a psycho thriller or whatever it is, you want some of that uncomfortability. You want that and the excitement to know what's going to happen next. Is the bad guy going to die? Like, who is this and that and that? And I think this movie did all of those things. The one negative I will say about this movie, the ending did not completely match the energy that we were seeing from the beginning, middle, and middle end. It wasn't something that you're like, holy shit, this is how it ended. I can't believe it. It was a little bit lackluster. Okay. That would be the only negative. But in my mind, the two characters that kind of, in the end, that kind of made up for the ending not being that great is the best friend, Molly, who was played by Jonica T. Gibbs. She was that typical best friend. Like, she was like, I'm not hearing from her. This is getting real sus. But she did one thing. As I fix my glasses. One thing that a woman of color in these type of situations in movies would never do is put herself in serious harm way, which she did. I'm not knocking it, because she was trying to be that rider for her friend and make sure that her friend was okay. You know what I mean? Which was great, but I'm just saying. And then we have Paul, the bartender. There's a scene coming to the close of this movie where he says something, his last line of his character in this movie said something that was so spot on what we say, how us would kind of like roll in horror movies when we hear loud noises or somebody screaming or a gun going off, which is all the things that Paul's character did here. But when you guys watch it, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. And then when you do, come back and hit me up in the comments and laugh with me. So the movie overall was good. Like I said, the end wasn't as great. It didn't kind of keep that continuity that we got from the beginning and middle of this movie. But all in all, I definitely think it's a worthy watch. If you got Hulu, hook it up. Watch this movie. Sebastian Stan and Daisy Edgar Jones and even Jonica T. gives an amazing performance in this movie. You're going to think it's going to go one way and it goes another, which is great. That's all I got to say. But that's what makes the end so lackluster, because the way they build up and the way they did the turns and how everything was going to go, it kind of didn't match that. So where does this movie fall in our stars category? I'm giving Fresh 4 stars. Yes, I had to take away 1 star because of the ending, and the build up to the ending wasn't so great like everything else was during this movie. But 4 stars Fresh is getting, and definitely go ahead and give this movie a watch. So guys, we are at the end of this video. Thanks for taking this ride with me. As always, don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. And as I always say, stay safe, be courageous, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.